So finally, we'll move on to the carbon cycle. And our storage variable here is going to be the total ecosystem carbon, which we will denote as C sub E. And for our outfluxes, we will have a couple. We will have the carbon that is respired from the plants themselves, R sub P, the plant respiration term. And then in addition to that, we will also have a respiration term from the soil, which we will denote R sub S. This is respiration by things like microorganisms in the soil, decomposing detritus on the forest floor. And we will also have a loss of carbon from the system in the form of dissolved carbon, so water that dissolves into soil moisture and ultimately drains out of the bottom of our system. So those are the outfluxes from our system. But most importantly, the influx that we have is photosynthesis, which we are going to assume is proportional to the evapotranspiration rate. So that is consistent with this idea that we've been pursuing throughout the course of the class, that essentially plants are exchanging water for carbon. Okay, so those are all of the fluxes into and out of our ecosystem in the form of the carbon cycle. Let's go ahead and write the budget equation. So we will have the change in ecosystem level carbon with respect to time. The rate of change of carbon with respect to time is equal to or is balanced by the carbon input to our system in the form of photosynthesis, which again we are assuming here is proportional to the rate of evapotranspiration. So plants are exchanging water, they're giving the atmosphere water in exchange for being able to uptake carbon dioxide. So that's our input term. For output terms, we have respiration by plants. We further have respiration by the soil. And finally, we have loss of carbon through dissolved fluxes out of the bottom of our soil system. And so there is our budget equation for carbon.